Ah, so peaceful. Such a peaceful introduction. So peaceful. Hello guys, this is Oscar7 here with another video on free colonization, which is made by people who made FreeCiv, and we're actually going to jump into this pretty quickly. And so this is how you create a new game, and it's a lot of fun stuff. And here's all the difficulties, which is very easy, custom, and all that fun stuff, which I recommend very easy if you don't want to go through the trouble of creating a new game type. But if you do, you can really change it up. You can change like the number of immigration, so you can like lower the cost of immigrants and all that stuff, and artillery and all that fun stuff. And same with Indians. You can like set them how many there are, how much the goods measure, and so that fun stuff. And yeah, I like lowering stuff usually because it's really nice. Monarchy, is lets me delete the king's forces. If you declare independence, you can declare independence in this game, and there is mercenary forces and all that stuff. And you can regulate their taxes. And here's government. I don't know how much care for this one. And then there's this, where you can really just increase the amount of gold you have by a lot. You can basically pimp. You can pimp all you want. Yeah, you can. And you also, if you highlight over things, you can. Oh, here's AI cheating. Yeah, I hate this one. Always lower this stuff if you guys want. If you guys want to get rid of the AI advantage. But anyway, you can do a lot of stuff. Here's the countries. You can choose Dutch, French, English, and Spanish. Then, unfortunately, the Indians aren't available, which they're the natives, and they've already discovered. I like choosing French, and people down here, Portuguese, Swedish, Danish, and Russian. And here you can also choose map settings, which allows you to generate stuff. Then also you can choose all these maps. I prefer America, the large America, because it's it's just plain large. And then here's the game options. We can also edit literally everything in the game that you couldn't in the game type screen. So you can do initial prices and starting turns, when it ends, when there's a colony year, which season years, which is where like 2 turns every year. So increase the amount of turns you have if you lower it, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting game. I like the game, but you can mandatory colony year, yeah. But anyway, let's jump right into this game. Yep, and you start as a French. You start off with this little boat with 2 guys on it. And you can you usually sometimes it takes a while. French usually start in a good spot, so this is actually one of the better spots. So here's the land, and those little masks over there are lost ruins, and you can literally name your area whatever you want. So you can name it, you suck, or Terrorististan. Terrorististan? Why not? Then you can name it New France, or you can name it, Oscar's, the #1 name that should be. Yeah, let's call it that. And you can press B to build a colony, and those things over there are in the mask is the lost ruins, and those can generate good things, bad things. Usually very good things, but sometimes bad things. Over there is an Indian village, which is there's many different types of Indians, all that fun stuff. You can learn different stuff, and you can produce different stuff. You can trade with them, do all the stuff. But once you establish contact with them, you can build settlements, and you can set them to explore this. Oh crap! Okay, I'm gonna keep going because I'm gonna man it out. I'm okay with losing my important guy. My important starting units. Good thing I started with a lot. Yep. Well, crap. Okay, so I have no more units. So yeah, this sucks. Okay, I'm still gonna man it out because Yeah, I'm gonna man it out. So, oh yeah, you can press E to get to Europe easily, or you can set sail to them. You can purchase all these different ships. Galleon holds a lot, merchantman holds a little less, but they're all cheaper. And you can purchase different guys, like purchase different. You can like purchase immigrants for recruit, and they're just random selected 3. And yeah, those. Oh, I accidentally chose petty criminal. Dang it. But so these are all the guys, and you can highlight all these guys, add them all to your ships, and then here's is where you can choose a specific guy you want for an expert, and these guys are usually way more expensive, but it's what you specifically want. And then you can also purchase more ships. Artillery is an attack unit, so for military purposes. So it's really good to have. And all these guys, you can acquire skills through doing works in towns. So these guys aren't like available only to Europe. So, like, you can actually get some of these guys easily, but some of them are a little bit harder to get. And the advantages of some of these guys is that they do certain stuff faster. Like farmer, they can produce more food per turn. Lumberjack can produce a lot more wood per turn. A bunch of different stuff. And indentured, then there's stuff that isn't as good. Like petty criminal produces way less, but if it trains enough, he can become a good guy and become an indentured servant. And an indentured servant isn't as productive as everyone else, but if you take it to a town, he can learn stuff and become an expert. Same with Free Colonist. Free Colonist is basically the base guy that even in towns, like you can go up to a village and learn from the natives, and he can do stuff. Over there's a brave. Yeah, I hate those guys are the attack units, defense units, and all that stuff for the Indian villages. There's all my guys. Yep, all my valuable guys. And the galleon can move very fast. The merchantman can also move very fast. It's just like the regular starting ship I have, the galley, isn't as good. It only travels 4 spots at a time, which is kind of fast still, but it doesn't hold anything. It's just kind of the starting ship. But there's also those different ships, like privateer is an attack ship, the frigate is an attack ship, and those guys are expensive, but they actually have attacking points and they can attack other ships. And artillery is a very powerful weapon. You can actually build it in towns, but they take a lot of money and resources and time to build one. And so it's I mean, if you make it a certain way, it's like way better to buy artillery from Europe. You can also you can produce resources in your town, and you can produce resources in your town in order to get, you can get them onto ships and ship them off to Europe, or you can trade them to Indians for a cheaper price unless you program it, and they'll only take certain stuff and they'll pay more for other stuff. And or you can just plain destroy them and get a chance of a little bit of money. But the problem is you'll be at war with them, and it'll be kind of hard to attack unless you have a bunch of artillery. So yeah, I'm just putting all these guys over here. And now you can make it so you can always build on Indian land. Just kind of do it like real life, like what we really did. But or you could have some respect for them and do never. Rivers can make people travel faster, but boats can't go on them. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, fine. Yep. And here's the city screen. You can build. Here's it shows a bunch of stuff. Like build queue is building what you want. And here's all the guys for it. And there's tools to require them. Here's the guy that's settled in here, and you can change work. Like carpenter produces tools, but you need ore for it. Rum produces stuff, but it's valuable in Europe. Coats are also valuable in Europe, but you need furs to make them. Then bells, which I don't understand much about them, but they I know they're important for independence. Ours, you need tobacco to plant them, and tobacco's down here. And then the cotton weave is all you can weave cotton. And there's cotton right there. And then lumber is used to build stuff, and yeah, it's to build all the docks and everything, and along with tools, which you need ore for. Then furs, which is also valuable. You can sell all this stuff in Europe. It's just coats and cigars and silver and all that stuff is way more valuable. Silver's also, yep. And you can buy the Indian land, or you can just say take what's rightfully ours, and they hate you and they can attack you at any will. And they're actually pretty strong. And now you can also move multiple guys in here by doing this, by just adding them on. And now you have 2 guys, and you can change their work over to lumberjack. Since he's a lumberjack, I recommend him to work, and the guy carpenter, so he can actually work in the buildings. Now, the more guys you add, the more food you need. But if you, as long as you do that, then yeah. And there's a sugar planter. Now, all those guys, if you go up to a village with an indentured servant or free colonist, you can learn from them. Like, so this one happens to be a master sugar planter. And if you're the first Europeans to do it, you can do it all you want. If you're the second Europeans, then you can't do it at all. And there's another free colonist, so you're going to need more food. And he's producing 3 bells and 3 hammers, and someone's producing food and somehow ahead. And then settle this guy in also. And he can produce food, and he can produce more food for everyone else, and so everyone else doesn't have to worry about it. And so I'll make him work on bells. I still don't know what the bells do, but I know they're important. Anyway, next turn. Oh, in every century there's certain things, like certain advantages you can get, so like different stuff. And man, so I hate this part sometimes, because there's always a city here that's always hammering you in. So here's E. You can press E to get to Europe again, and you can buy a galleon of frigates, has attack on the sea, and privateers attack on the sea, but they can't attack land. Then here's artillery. I made it so it doesn't increase, the price doesn't increase. And there we go. Set sail, yeah, for them. And yep, they're gonna die. They have 3 turns to live. So yeah. I normally don't do this, by the way. You know, mostly I'm not as big as a jerk to the Indians, but yeah. I'm not as big as a jerk to the Indians, but it's just that they are cornering me, and you don't want to just corner a guy. It's not cool. I mean, also, why don't you just sail around him? Well, that's too much work. I'm tired. And it's a perfect opportunity to demonstrate something to guys of how to attack and all that fun stuff. You know, how to be a total jerkwad. And so let's load and new turn. Now you can also hit enter for a new turn, and it'll come up with this just in case. And yeah, you can do it over and over and over if you want. And yeah. Okay. Oh, come on. Please hope it's not this again. Sometimes the thing glitches out where the thing is stuck on a certain turn, but everything else still works except it doesn't pass on the turn to you. So yeah, but you can still save the game and pick off where you left, so that's a good thing. But I hate this. That was the free colonization game, and it's a pretty good game. And ooh, I forgot about to mention this. It's the map creator. The map creator is lets you create maps. It's fun. It really is. Like, you can create this length and width and all that fun stuff. And yeah, it starts out with this. Yep. And create all this fun stuff. And I guess you can create all this. Yeah. I actually didn't actually check this. So yeah, I guess you can create your own custom maps. I know you can create your own custom maps by a random land generator, but I didn't realize you could do this. Okay, so that's interesting. Yeah, definitely interesting. Anyway, and here's all the preferences. You can mod the game and all that fun stuff if you really know what you're doing. That's what I like, is because you can literally do this if you really know what you're doing. And then there is open, which you can open all your custom games and everything. But anyway, I am Oscar7, and this is Free Colonization, a really good game, and I will see you later. Goodbye.